Imagine the monumental task of rebuilding a society after a devastating war, where loyalties were shattered and institutions had collapsed. How do you bring order, justice, and a sense of shared nationhood back to a fractured region? The primary goal of reorganizing Southern state governments during the Reconstruction era was to fundamentally transform the political, economic, and social structures of the former Confederate states. This ambitious undertaking aimed to integrate these states back into the Union on new terms, ensuring federal authority, protecting the rights of formerly enslaved people, and preventing the resurgence of secessionist sentiments. This reorganization was driven by a core belief among radical Republicans that the Southern states, by seceding, had forfeited their previous status and were essentially conquered territories subject to federal control. Therefore, new state constitutions and governments were required to reflect the Union's triumph and its commitment to equality. The existing power structures, which had supported slavery and secession, needed to be dismantled and replaced with institutions that upheld the ideals of a unified, free nation. To achieve this, federal authority played a direct role in establishing the framework for new state governments. This involved supervising constitutional conventions, often with significant participation from African American delegates, and ensuring these new constitutions included provisions for universal male suffrage regardless of race. The military provided oversight, and federal laws, like the Reconstruction Acts of 1867, dictated the conditions under which states could rejoin the Union, including ratifying the 14th Amendment. A key, often overlooked, aspect was the establishment of public education systems across the South, which had been largely non-existent for African Americans and limited for many poor whites. This monumental effort aimed to create an informed citizenry, a cornerstone of any functional democracy, and represented a profound shift in governmental responsibility. It was a clear signal that the new governments envisioned a more inclusive future for all residents, challenging the old order's intentional suppression of knowledge. Ultimately, the reorganization sought to create a more equitable and democratic South by extending citizenship rights, establishing free labor systems, and embedding federal supremacy. It was about forging a path toward a truly united republic, where the principles of liberty and justice applied to everyone, and ensuring the sacrifices of the Civil War were not in vain.